Hey you guys, it's your YYC Angel Intuitive, Julie Robinson, coming to you with your weekly Oracle card reading for the week of November the 20th through to the 27th. I'm going to be using Doreen Virtue's Goddess Oracle cards for this week because I'm feeling guided to. So really important to discern between angels and goddesses. This is something that I actually was thinking quite a lot about this week, and sort of what's the difference between a goddess and an angel. Well, goddess are really sort of evolved, almost like master type beings, obviously female, although men can be in touch with their goddess-like energy too, that really did walk on the earth and were helpful, similar to a role of an angel, in that they were messengers, that they did provide messages and training and help and support for other beings that were in alignment with the messages that they were guided to give from the divine. So there's that service to heaven, and then there's that service to humanity, and that strong goddess energy. If you think of like Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman, that's a goddess type of energy, and definitely in the light, and definitely there to uphold justice and to share love and to give messages. So I feel that energy has been very prominent for me, especially in this week, and my girlfriends who I consider goddesses, and I felt also surrounded by other goddesses this week. So natural for me to use the goddess cards this week, and maybe you felt connected to that goddess-like energy too. So we're going to tune in. I was already guided to stop shuffling and just really take a look at what the messages are and from what goddesses, because that could be exciting too, to learn about who they are. So starting with Monday, we pulled Astora and the fertility card. And Astora is really associated with that Easter energy. I know Ishtar is the goddess that's typically connected to Easter, but Astora is too. So let me just give you the sort of universally appealing message for this. Astora and fertility, it's about new beginnings. And it's also about being in touch with the abundance that is within you. The Archangel Michael just looked at me, and he's adding to goddess messages today too, and saying there is a fresh start at the beginning of the week, and that's the energy in the air. So being in touch with that fresh start means being open to new possibilities and a new way of approaching things, new people and new opportunities. So that's a beautiful message for the beginning of the week. Picking up the card deck again, let's look at the middle of the week, and here we have Artemis, the guardian. So this is sort of that focus card. She's pulling her bow and arrow in that archery type of way, and she's focused. She has her eye on the goal. So when I tune into her, she's saying it's really important that you stay grounded on your long-term goal. In the middle of the week, you might need to make adjustments or take care of things, make tweaks to paperwork, she's saying, or speak up. But this message on the card says that you and your loved ones are safe and that you are spiritually protected. So my question to you is, are some of you not feeling safe? Are you not feeling protected? Well, Artemis, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. We could Google it later. She's a guardian. And she's saying, like, you're protected as you move forward, and it's safe for you to be powerful. So that's a really important message. So many women and men as well have that ability, and they have that access to that goddess energy within them, but they just don't feel safe to be powerful, which is, of course, an issue in the solar plexus region. So if you feel like you need someone to lend you that strength, Artemis, as well as Archangel Gabriel, would be good spiritual people to call. All right, let's look at the end of the week, where we have Iseult, Undying Love. I love this card, and I love this goddess, and she's great typically to call upon if you're going through a breakup, or you're separating from somebody that you had a life lesson with, and maybe it was just a couple of weeks that you were connected to them in the heart chakra. Well, that can be painful and uncomfortable. As well, the Archangel Haniel can support that type of an ending as well. And if you've just been engaged in a romantic type relationship and you feel like that love is still there and that's hard because you can't be with that person in this life for whatever reason, then know Iseult is with you. She's supporting you and your ending love relationship and a breakup. And the message on the card says the love that you have shared is eternal, meaning it is there. It is real. It is shared in all directions of time in many lifetimes. And it says emphasis on the regardless of the situation. So sometimes men and women engage in relationships and they have a certain way of playing it on the level of form. But underneath that level of form, there really is true love that exists. But for whatever reason, they just cannot make that work in the world of form. And that is sad. And that is sometimes a possibility. The other possibility of this card they're showing me is some of you have a loved one or a soulmate or a partner in heaven. And she does want to remind you that that love is now complete on the physical form, but that it still exists on the spiritual form. So if you are feeling messages from your loved one in heaven, know that that's real, that you're not crazy, that you're not making things up. That connection is substantial. Okay, they are guiding me now to Abundancia, the angel of prosperity. And I've pulled this card a lot for people this week in my private angel readings, which, by the way, are available to book at juliespiritualhealer.com. Abundancia is the goddess of abundance, and she will show up in the form of coins or messages or literal financial support, windfalls of money. And also very important that you align with that abundance consciousness. Part of being a goddess is knowing that you are abundantly supplied for. And this card comes as a message saying the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Now, when we think of goddesses and a Wonder Woman, we think of being strong and powerful and that up and out energy, which is a bit of a masculine energy, by the way. And that serves its purpose and it has its place too, but really important, as all light workers need to be, as powerful manifestors need to be, is balancing that male and female energy. And I felt guided to really emphasize, be open to receiving message that was on this card, right? It's the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. So are you being open to receiving all forms of abundance, including messages that you're getting? Because when we are open to messages, then we can follow guided action. We can receive that divine guidance and follow guided action. That's a two-part step there. Many of us think, well, I heard the message. That's beautiful. Wonderful. Did you follow that message? You know, I can't tell you how many people come to me for a reading, and I'm repeating the messages that the archangels have already tried to give you. And that's my job. You know, I feel like what I'm able to do is validate those angel messages a lot of the time and to let you know that you do have that connection. But it's nice for you to listen right away because you get so many. I mean, I can only give you so many in an hour. Even if you had an hour with me every week, you're getting even more messages. So it's really having that meta-clair awareness of going, okay, meta-clair cognition is more what it is going, okay, you know what? I am getting messages and I need to follow those. The meta-clair awareness is more having the messages and knowing what to do with them. But we'll talk about that in another video. Monday's Angel Heart Talk Show. My internet is down today on Saturday again. So I actually can't remember what my show is going to be about, but it will be a good one. Whatever it is. But that's Monday at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Hopefully, if all goes well with the cable guy coming today. And yeah, and then private readings at juliespiritualhealer.com. We have a night with spirit coming up next Saturday, the 25th. Me and Laura are doing private readings. We are so excited about that. We just have so much fun together, and it'll just be a really great interchange. You'll get even more messages than you normally would if it was just me doing Night with Spirit, so that's great. Details, you could get the tickets through Eventbrite, but /events on the Julie Spiritual Healer website. Okay? I'm being guided to cut it off. Lots of love to you, and have a great day. Probably Sunday. Bye.